I think we're more afraid of horror movies than we are hell, and that's a whole
Right.
other conversation,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
And
It
so
is.
that's where I've been really putting my hand to it, and so I've been cool because I got a lot of people, like you ran the Bay, people that work at Facebook, people that work at Google,
Right.
and so like that's where that tech pastor comes from. Where I think it's one thing to pastor with technology, but also give tech people a pastor,
Right.
and a safe place to be. So that's where it's been.
So you're literally transforming things because you're in the North Bay, but yet you're accessing the South Bay.
Yeah, man.
It's like that's like a dream come true.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about a couple of things.
Yeah.
Let's talk about still preaching sound doctrine while using the elements of
man.
the secular.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about the fact that in the last couple of months you've had more than 800 people.
Yeah, man.
Join your church.
Yeah.
And for those who are going to watch this, the Bay Area is one of the most unchurched
Yeah, man.
areas in America.
Yeah.
So for this church to be growing post-truth,
Yeah, man.
post-pandemic,
Yeah, man.
and post just conventional learning is amazing.
Yeah.
So just talk about it.
Yeah, so the church has grown because of Facebook and TikTok. I'll tell you the truth. So I
Really?
stopped putting sermon clips up and started putting up questions.
Really?
Right. So like I'm like, because people know I can preach, right?
Right.
And so like, if you come, I always joke, if you come to my church, you wearing heels, walking 2.5 blocks with your kids,
Right.
You made a decision to come here, and you gonna listen, right?
Right,
Like
right.
like
Right.
there's a sermon here. So my thing was, what about Monday through Saturday? So
Wow.
I did use Perplexity, for example, to find what are the top 10, top 20 questions people have about faith. What's not sticking, and then we use our TikTok, our Instagram, and our Facebook to answer questions, not give you sermon clips, right?
Wow.
Because sermon clips get to other Christians. These questions get to, so TikTok is the #1 search engine for Gen Z. So a lot of our leaders are not on there. So I was like,
yes.
yeah,
No pastors, it's less than 1% of pastors on TikTok.
exactly.
Probably can't even spell it.
But that's the #1 search engine
Wow.
for Gen Z. And so if
Wow.
we're trying to reach a whole different generation, that's where they're going to search for, like, what do I buy next, right?
Right.
It's like, for us, millennials, it's YouTube.
Right.
For them, it's TikTok. So I'm sitting here just like, let's use that. And so
And
that's
Gen
what
Z is the generation that is actually looking
Yep.
to connect with faith
and truth.
and truth.
They don't want experiences like my generation did. Like
Right.
that's where we were sexy church.
Right.
So we turned the lights off.
Right.
And we on the altar and we crying
Right.
and losing lashes.
Right.
This generation wants to know if it's the Holy Trinity. What the heck does that mean?
Wow.
What does communion mean? What is propitiation?
Right.
What is you? So this church says it's the body and blood of Christ. This says representation. What's
Right.
the difference?
Right.
They want to know why are we wearing what are the vestures we're wearing? What is Pentecost?
Right.